Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Sunday the 18th of October 2020. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the Art of Life Tarot for today's reading. I used this deck last week and I really like these cards, so I want to use them again for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say. I don't use reversals with these cards because each one has a quote on it. So I really want to look at each card in depth and see what it has to say. So let's have a look at Sunday the 18th and what this deck of tarot cards wants you to be aware of. The first card is the Nine of Wands. Then we've got the Five of Pentacles and the World. All right, the Nine of Wands is usually a card that depicts a young man in front of a wall of wands with a bandage on his head, and the card means that the worst is behind you. And that even though things have been really challenging, you haven't wasted that time. You've worked towards finding your passion in life, and it's something that you can take and go, because you've really got through the worst of it and you can enjoy your freedom. Woman in Red in the Forest by Henry Rousseau. In times of stress, be bold and valiant. So keep going. The worst is behind you. You're amazing. You're finding your path. You're finding your life purpose. Don't give up now. The Five of Pentacles is about rejection, hardship. We've got these two sitting in a cafe. They look tired. In a Cafe, or The Absinthe by Edgar Degas. Resolve to be thyself and know that he who finds himself loses his misery. Okay. So the card is saying that it's not about the work itself or the rejection that's problematic. The card is saying that it's the loss of self and the attempt to find the self in other people or in the approval of other people. That's where we fall down. It's not about belonging to some group or getting self-esteem through acceptance. It's about finding what you care about, what no one can take away from you. So your life purpose is your life purpose. If your bishop doesn't like that, it doesn't matter. It's your life purpose. If the local engineer says that's ridiculous, I don't want to build your house, then that's his problem. You've got the idea for this amazing house in your mind's eye. You are either going to design it yourself or you'll get someone who sees your vision. So this is very much about taking your power and saying, I'm here for a reason. I like the image as well, all the green and then the bold contrast between the green and the red. You're not meant to blend in. You're not meant to be part of the furniture. You're something special. And being special isn't always fun and easy. So stick with yourself, be loyal to you and your own unique ideas and desires, and keep pushing forward with that. It's through that process of struggle that you discover yourself. It's unfortunate that we can't just come to planet Earth and when we're born we get a little list of things to do. That doesn't happen. We have to kind of work our way through it and see what we're good at and what we need to overcome. And I feel that it's through this process of struggle sometimes that we really learn. And sometimes the only way to learn is through struggle. It's all very well to be enlightened and to meditate and to have the angels singing in your ear. That's one way to learn. But another way is to just keep going and to see what's on the other side of it and then to look back with hindsight and to learn from it. So if things are tough, you have the strength to persevere. One, the worst is behind you. And second of all, it's not an effort that's wasted. The hardships are going to lead to self-discovery, so stick with it. Finally, the World. In the regular tarot, the World is the last card in the major arcana, and it's usually a woman surrounded by a wreath, a circle, and she's perfectly balanced, and it's coming to the end of the Fool's journey and really discovering the self again. So this day is all about self-discovery. Here we've got the proportions of the human figure by Leonardo da Vinci. All that Adam had, all that Caesar could, you have and can do. Build, therefore, your own world. So the card is saying that every person who's had and who has some sort of special talent or some sort of special gift, you have that as well. It may not translate in the same way as it translates for other people. So what? Caesar was a great leader. Adam was the first man. Perfect proportions. Your big gift may be that you're incredibly creative, or that you're a performer, or that you stand out. Your talent may be that you're really able to endure and you've got huge stamina and you serve as an inspiration to everyone around you, even though it doesn't feel that way to you. We don't always know exactly what our actions mean to other people and the effect that your actions have on other people. That's really interesting. What I was looking at this morning, actually, and Judy Garland died in June 69, so I think it was the 22nd of June 1969, and then the Stonewall riots happened at the end of June 1969. I think it was about 6-7 days after Judy Garland had died that the riots happened in this gay club in New York. It was I don't know the exact ins and outs of it, but it was a community of gay people who met up at this club. It was illegal at the time, and there were certain drag performers, and they were always being kind of pestered by the police. And on this day, they decided enough is enough. And the way it was kind of framed in the story I read this morning is that there was a link between the death of Judy Garland, who was idolized by the gay community and still is. I mean, she died, 50 years ago, and we're still talking about her. And the fact that she died really enraged all the disenfranchised gay people in that club scene, and they were like, enough. And they really rebelled and said, do you know what? The worst thing has happened. Judy has died. What else can go wrong? And we're not taking this anymore. So in an indirect way, her death and her suffering, which she had no control over, had so much meaning for other people who were around and continued to live on after her and who witnessed her death. And she died because she was miserable and addicted to drugs, and that was her journey. Whether she could have lived longer if she got clean or not is really irrelevant, because she died when she did, and it had this huge impact on a specific community in the world. And that impact, the thing that took place in 69, then shaped the future of this whole community and affected millions and millions and millions of people. So if you're stressed out, or if you feel rejected, and if you feel like you have all this great potential, but you can't do it, or you're not meeting that potential, or you haven't achieved the goal that you were born to achieve, give yourself a break. You're on the right path. You're on your own journey. No one else can tell you what's right and what's wrong, because you don't know what's good and bad. You don't know if you're on track or off track. Have faith and trust that you're doing the right thing at the right time, and hand the rest over to the universe. Number-wise, we've got 9 and 5 is 14, and the world is 21. So 21 and 14 is 35. 3 and 5 is 8, and 8 is power. So you have the power to continue on, even if you're bored and disillusioned or addicted, or you feel like you're letting yourself down, or you're all alone and it's only you that's strong and you have to carry everyone else. It's fine. You have the strength to continue. Keep doing what you're doing today. You're going to squeeze yourself like a piece of coal that becomes a diamond, and you're going to see your own imaginative, amazing value that you've got inside and that has not been realized, and you'll get to see how you can realize it. So you're being supported and helped by the universe. You don't have to figure it all out by yourself. All you need to realize is that you're in the right place at the right time, and that by continuing on, you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. So I hope that gives you something to work with here on Sunday. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the button on the front page to order your reading. If you like this video, then please hit the like button, share the video online, and click on subscribe to join us here on the channel. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.